vision would come to pass. So you have to know who you are. I'm talking about the black man and I'm talking about the white man. You have to know your origins and where you came from. The minister here recently in his Holy Atonement address, he invited Mr. Trump to come and talk to him about releasing you, black man and woman. You know, it's time for you to be released from this tyranny, from this oppression, from this god awful reality. Because in reality, family, you don't have anything. Your things, all these things, you know, you can come up with your reality show, you can come up in music, and of course we know the enemy. I just explained the dragon, this unseen force, his wealth, it can reach. Yes, it can, has the ability to do that. But what you got to understand is things are not going to save you. Things are not going to create a character that can hold up to truth. So they're worthless. They're only good for now. You have to understand that poverty is something none of us wants. Nobody wants to be poor, of course. But the scripture reminds us, you know, the Father said, put me first. Okay? And then I'll add to you. You know, put me first before all of these things that can cause you to go astray. Whether that be a man or a woman or things that have caused you to turn away from the Father. That's why he told us to put him first. The scripture said, what will you wager for your soul? And what is the point of gaining the world only to lose your soul? This is real. This is not a joke. This is real. Alright, so we're living in the days of the Son of Man. A powerful, powerful God. Who has come to destroy this enemy's mind and his kingdom, and those who want to continue with this covenant with hell. Are you paying attention to the weather, beloved? Are you watching what's happening? Okay? The Son of Man controls the forces of nature. He's just that powerful to create storms and earthquakes, rain, hail, and earthquakes. He can do these things. Okay? Have you noticed what's going on in Italy, family? Yeah, Italy. Venice. Beautiful, beautiful city. I've always wanted to visit that place. Thought it was just so beautiful that they go around in boats to get around in the city. It's a lot of water there. But Allah is coming for them. Venice is 70% underwater right now. I find that very interesting. That 70% is underwater and 30% is operational. And Allah calls that to happen. And not only that, look at the numbers. Okay? The Dragon operates on a third of light. And he left that city operational to their mentality. That's absolutely wise, strategic. And it's saying to the enemy, now I've come down to your level. Now what? What can you do when your city is 70% in the water? How are you going to get out of this? See, I want to show you who's God and who's perpetrating the fraud. And it's certainly not me. This is the Father speaking to the enemy. I don't find it coincidental that their mentality matches their operations right now in Venice. Not coincidental at all. Another thing I find interesting, family, is the number 11. Already explained at the beginning of this lecture that 11 represents war. The face-off of opposing forces. And do you know that 11 regions in Italy are now in a state of emergency because of all of the flooding and the storms going on over there? They are in serious trouble. Yeah, 11 regions. Yeah. And guess who's over there? It's the home of who? Who? The dragon. That's right. Right on time with the scripture. Right on time. What did it say? What did it say? What did it say? Revelation chapter 13. It says, this was written, okay? That means it already happened. Okay? It said that the dragon would have to basically give his power and authority and seat to the beast. And just how long you think you're going to last over there in Rome? Because that's the home of the dragon. Well, Allah is whooping them mercilessly. He ain't showing no mercy. So they're gonna have to it's going down. Expect a shift in power. Told you this will happen. It's written. It is written that this would happen. And lo and behold, look, would you look there? It's going down. See, Father got to show you, with all of your advances in technology and all of these things that you've tricked yourself into believing, that your father told you wasn't going to make it. He told you you're going to be eaten alive. And you don't believe fat meat greasy, but look at you. Look at you. How long are you going to be able to operate when 11 regions in Europe is in a state of emergency? Your authority you're going to have to give it up. And you're going to have to acknowledge who is God eventually. See, right now, you really think that you're more powerful than the law. And he's showing you you're not. There's no reason to fear you and none of your workers of iniquity that can lock us up, put us in jail, take all our money, all of these god awful things you like to do to put fear and instill fear in people so that they will turn away from Allah and his power and his love and his mercy. Yeah, you do these things so that you can look successful when you're not. You're not. It is written that, what did they say about? Yeah, that an eighth king is on the way. And he would be of the 7 kings that have fornicated with the woman. Talking about America. He would be of the 7. And even he would go into perdition. That means ruin. That means destruction. That means there's no way you can win. And you know this. So you can go ahead and attack. It won't be successful. And you know it won't. We're living in a time where scripture has to be fulfilled. And you have to know that the Son of Man is on scene. Him and the chosen, exalted Christ and Lamb. Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Quran, Surah 100, talks about what was revealed in Mecca. It is titled The Assaulters. And I'm going to go ahead and read that for you, family. Just give me a minute, I'm almost there. Here we go. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, by those running and uttering cries, and those producing fire, striking, and those suddenly attacking at morn. Then thereby they raise dust. Then penetrate thereby gatherings. Surely man is ungrateful to his Lord, and surely he is a witness of that. And truly, on account of the love of wealth, he is niggardly. Knows he not when that which is in the graves is raised, and that which is in the breast is made manifest. Surely their Lord this day is aware of them. See, Allah is saying here in the Holy Quran that pretty much too many of us would be found ungrateful because our love of wealth, how do we put it, is niggardly, meaning it makes us absolutely selfish. And how can we allow light and guidance and all of these things into our hearts and in our minds and in our souls when we will wager that for money, for wealth? So that makes us ungrateful. We have to understand, family, that when there is no connection to the Holy Father in your life, then that makes us null and void, as the minister talked to us here recently. You really don't have purpose. And the purpose that you believe you have, it is going to be made manifest to you that there is none. Simply because without the connection to the Father, it's just like when the light comes on in the darkness. You have to really understand what happens when that simple little thing occurs that we see every day, but we don't understand what that means, what it really means. And what I'm trying to get across to you spiritually is that without that connection to the Father, that source that can light up your life, okay? When you're in the darkness and that light comes on, whatever was there in the darkness is exposed. And not only is it exposed, it's no longer the reality. Do you get that? It's important that you understand that. And this is what's happening to your enemy right now. They're being exposed. You're seeing them for who they truly are. Whether you want to accept that or reject that, it's being made manifest. Because we're in that hour, okay? But back to what Allah is saying here, that we have become ungrateful and that we know it. That's heavy. We're witnessing it. Oh my goodness. And he goes on to say that we don't have enough wisdom to know when he's going to raise those of us that's in the grave. And we don't have enough wisdom to know what's in the heart of a man. Okay, what's in his breast. That's going to be made manifest. Okay. This is very important. Because the scripture talks about this hour and how men's hearts will fail them because of the things that's going to come out about people and how they live and what they do and who they truly are and how they can hide behind this flesh. And Allah is saying, I'm aware of all of you. So you're really not getting away. Ain't gonna happen. That's in the Quran. I also want to read in the Quran, I believe it is Surah 7, Section 2. It's talking about the Son of Man. It's really dedicated to just hold on, let me find this. Hold on. Did I write this? Forgive me, family, let me find it. No, I said it wrong, I believe. It's going to be Surah 71. I don't know why I said 7. My mind is on 7. Yeah, it's Surah 71, forgive me. Section 2 is dedicated to Noah. And we all know that Noah was a warner among the people. He always warned the people faithfully. You know, the opposition to Allah and the people, his people. Warned them good. And they did not hear to what Noah was saying. Just like a lot of us are not listening to the minister and obeying him. And I want you to make the connection that it's written in the Bible in Luke that as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be with the days of the Son of Man. The Son of Man is here, working, destroying its enemy. I mean, the home of the Vatican is being totally obliterated. I mean, what are they going to do? All of that storms and water knocking out their power. I mean, it's god-awful. But it was written that these things would happen. But I'm going to go ahead and read this section to you so you can make the connection, the spiritual connection. And this is Noah talking to the Father, talking to Allah. Noah said, "My Lord, surely they disobey me and follow him whose wealth and children have increased him in naught but loss. And they have planned a mighty plan." Okay, the enemy is always plotting against you, black man and black woman, and the masses out there. And they say, "Forsake not your gods, nor forsake Wad, nor Suah, nor Yahudah, nor Yagog, and Nasir. And indeed, they have led many astray, and increased thou the wrongdoers in naught but perdition. Because of their wrongs, they were drowned, then made to enter fire. So they found no helpers besides Allah. And Noah said, my Lord, leave not of the disbelievers any dweller on the land. For if thou leave them, they will lead astray thy servants, and will not beget any but immoral, ungrateful ones. My Lord, forgive me and my parents and him who enters my house believing, and the believing men and the believing women, and increase not the wrongdoers in aught but destruction. So Noah is praying to Allah and asking his forgiveness, and asking Allah specifically, don't leave any of them around, because all they will do is lead your servants astray. Oh my goodness, Noah. Noah said they're not listening to me. And their wealth has increased, and their children have increased, and not but lost. See, Noah he's saying this. What Minister Farrakhan has told us over the years, that the enemy can offer you plenty of money because he prints it, but he cannot offer you guidance for your soul. And unfortunately, a lot of us is just not going to make it because we're too fascinated with money and the fake power that it perpetuates here in this country and on the 7 continents. Or 6 continents, excuse me. A lot of us are not going to make it. How do we know this? It's been written. 144,000. That is a small number compared to the number of people that are in the world. Good Lord. A lot of us not going to make it, good Lord. It's so relevant, family, that we study this Bible and Quran, and that we eat it, digest it, know the truth in it, and teach it to our people. Bringing this kingdom, because it's, believe me, it's not for nothing. You know, it's coming to a conclusion, because we're at the end of both of these books. You know, whether you agree with that or not, okay, reality is congruent with what I'm saying here, what Allah is sharing with us. Okay, it's very important that you study, get a hold of this word, eat it, make it your life. Put the Father first in all you do. Strive to do that. Perhaps you haven't done that in the past, but I'm telling you, that's your best move right now, is to put the Father first. Make him first in your life, especially in this hour. If there's anything other than that, besides that, I'm afraid it's going to fail, because it belongs to the enemy. And you see what he's doing to the enemy, honey. He's breaking that power over there in Europe. Rome, home of the dragon, that's attacking the woman, trying to devour the child before the child is born. Excuse me, the Son of Man is on scene today, with the exalted Christ and Lamb at his right side. And they are whooping this enemy. Look at all of these storms in the south, okay? Are you paying attention? Didn't the minister tell us to watch the weather? And look at what's happening in California. This was written. I'm afraid if you are not getting a picture of a powerful God at work today, I'm afraid the enemy has your mind, beloved. And your only course of escape would be to come home to Allah, the King, because He is the new King. This old king is out of here. He ain't gonna make it. And he know he ain't gonna make it. But I promise you, he want to take you with him. That's all he had left to do. Is to take those of us who refuse to let him go. That's that. So I want to be absolutely clear as to what you attaching yourself to when you attach yourself to the wealth of the dragon and the beast and this 33-degree Luciferian doctrine that you think you coming up on. You love the enemy because he gives you nothing. Because at the end of the day, you have nothing. Because a mansion and a fancy car and all your money and jewels and all of these things on the physical realm that are offered to you. Just what is that going to do to your soul? How is that going to help you when the Father approaches and say, okay, well, what have you done? Here is your book. Take a look at this. I'm going to have to weigh your deeds. How's that going to help you? How's that going to help your children and their children? See, in the previous video I did, Allah asked us a critical question. How is it that you are turned away from me? And